Bleat, a sort of goat from Timbuctoo, by Roger Hargreaves. Bleat was a sort of goat, a Timbuctoo goat. He lived in Goathorn Cottage in Timbuctoo. As you probably know, goats are very nimble creatures. Not Bleat. Bleat was very, ever so clumsy. Take the other day, for instance. It was a lovely morning and Bleat was up bright and early. He went to his bathroom and tripped over the mat and fell into the bath. Then he went downstairs, he fell downstairs to have breakfast. A bowl full of porridge, scrambled eggs, and marmalade on toast. Well, that's what he was going to have for breakfast, but it didn't quite turn out like that. Instead of having a bowl full of porridge, he had a face full of porridge. You see, he dropped his spoon onto the floor, and as he bent down to pick it up, his face went into the porridge. Very sticky. And instead of scrambled eggs, do you know what he had? Dropped eggs. And instead of marmalade on toast, do you know what he had? Marmalade on the floor. And that took all morning, and that afternoon Bleat went for a walk. He opened his front door and stepped outside, and tripped over the doorstep, and staggered into an apple tree, and trod on an apple, and turned a somersault, head over horns, into a prickly bush, and jumped out, stepping onto a wet leaf, and skidded through the garden gate. Right through the garden gate. "Oh, I think it's time I moved," sighed a worm who lived in Bleat's garden. Bleat saw Wolf, Oink and Croak playing football. "Come and play, mate," shouted Wolf. So Bleat took an enormous kick at the ball and kicked Oink. "Psh! Ow!" cried Oink, hopping about on one foot. "Try again, mate," said Wolf. So Bleat took another enormous kick at the ball and kicked Croak. "Yow!" cried Croak, hopping about on one foot. "Oh, it hurts! Oh!" "Keep your eye on the ball, mate," advised Wolf. So keeping his eye on the ball, Bleat took another enormous kick. "Psh! Ow!" cried Wolf, hopping about on one foot. Bleat looked at them. "Is hopping part of playing football?" he asked, and went home. That evening, Bleat sat down in his favourite armchair to think about what an odd sort of day it had been. He couldn't help but laughing at it when he thought about it. Falling into the bath, a face full of porridge, dropped eggs, marmalade on the floor, skidding through the garden gate, and hopping football. "Oh dear," he laughed to himself. "I am a clumsy goat." And he went upstairs to bed. "I must try not to have so many accidents tomorrow," he said, and jumped into bed. And missed it. Whoops! Oh!